Usually I have a take.
Okay.
I am clueless. Okay.
All right.
So what? Okay. So let's break it down a little bit together.
Yeah.
So the way this support Huskar probably works is that I'm assuming level 1 you skill Burning Spear, and you're just trading with the enemy support and a bit with the core, and then you max out Inner Fire, and then you're just going to jump into the fight with Life Break, and you're going to Inner Fire people for the knockback and the long silence.
Yes, he does go 0-1-1 into
4-1-1?
4-1-1. Yeah.
Does he skill ult on level 6? I'm assuming he does.
Yes, he does.
Okay. So that's the logic of the early trading, obviously. He's going to Blood Grenade crit here. They have shards.
Got him on the shards, so he is going to get triple raised.
He's a goner.
That is going to be your first blood. He popped a Fairy Fire there. A little surprising.
I thought he was going to get out. So, wait, did Meike pop one? Or?
No, crit did.
Oh, and he still died. Okay, yeah. All right. Maybe he thought he was going to live through the raise then, but either way. Okay, Boxy has skilled Berserker Blood level 1.
Yeah, most of the time he does level spears. Every single time. Every other time that he has played it in this pub, he has gone spears.
Okay.
So
He got Berserker's Blood.
He has swerved unexpectedly.
I guess something that's worth mentioning in this game is that he has the Incendiary facet, and that makes you do a percentage base in addition to the flat damage of Burning Spear. It also does a percentage of max health on top of it. That is nothing against Medusa. She has no health.
Yeah.
So I think this facet genuinely makes more or less zero difference against that hero in this game. Against the Pugna, it's like, okay.
Conversely, he has no mana, so he can't hurt himself on Netherward when he casts spells.
That's true. That's actually very interesting. No joke, I wonder if that played into the reasoning of picking it when they did.
Wait, does...
Why is he pulling the wave? Okay. All right, crit's dead again. This bottom lane is going great so far, so he's going to pull this wave down and get level 2.
Wait, when he Mystic Snakes Huskar, he doesn't get mana back, does he?
Probably not.
Right? Because it has to be units with mana.
Yeah, I think so. I guess when Anti-Mage hits Huskar, he also doesn't slow him, even though he's out of mana, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Damn, this is such a philosophical hero all of a sudden.
Oh.
If you never had a mana pool to begin with, Cap, do you have 0 mana or infinite mana?
That's true.
Wow. All your 2 neurons were really hard at work there.
You're just clanging against each other like a monkey with the cymbals. Bang, bang.
Being a caster doesn't have the same entry requirement anymore.
All I've been thinking about the fact is that he went this Incendiary talent, which he goes every single time.
Yeah.
But you've already identified that it's not necessarily the best.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a facet for support Huskar.
Yeah.
And he doesn't go that at all.
What is it, the other one?
Like, they literally made a facet for support Huskar.
The one with the heal?
Yeah, where when he life breaks, it also heals units around.
It's 550 radius. That's pretty bad. Because, like, when you're jumping on the enemy team with, like, or is it's after impact, or is it when you cast it?
I think it's on impact.
Yeah, because if it's on impact, then... Oh, it says around the target, so yeah. So then allies need to be near the guy you life break. That just sounds so situational.
Yeah.
That...
It just goes to show that facet must be truly awful.
Or Incendiary is really good.
Or Incendiary is broken, which, it does seem to be a little strong right now. But we'll see if it works for support Huskar.
What do you think made them... So it's one thing to want to run this, right? You can come into the series today and be like, hey, I want to play Huskar today. We've tried a strat or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wrap my head around why you picked it against Pugna and Muerta, 2 heroes you can't attack when they use their stuff, right?
Well, I think the hero is built more for the silence.
Right, so he thinks the silence is valuable against the Pugna and the Muerta? They saw Sand King too, right? They saw those 3.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think if you...
That's me
if you
thinking about this right now.
That was probably Malreen's reaction when Huskar was picked, but then he did a double take and realized, oh wait, I'm laning against Invoker. And then he probably did it again, because now he's laning against Invoker.
True.
Damn, imagine that. You go into the game and you're like, wow, I get to lane against Huskar or Invoker. What a treat.
Great game, guys.
Either way. All right, we'll see. I mean, I'm ready to... I love saying this, and I genuinely mean it. I'm always ready to learn something new. I think this is when Pro Dota is the most interesting for me to watch, is when there's something I flat out have no clue about.
Same.
Because then either it's just going to blow you away, or you're going to have a laugh. And both are equally good. So let's see which one it's going to be here.
And they're doing some dishonest offlaning right now. Only pulling creeps.
Yep. So now Foxy is going to leave this one for Saber. Are they just going to alternate? Is this like some sort of 100-meter relay where they just keep taking turns at pulling waves?
I think he's zoning out Snaking to make sure that he doesn't get any of the experience. Now he's going to pull the wave that's coming out of the
now he's gonna start burning him.
Hit him with those burning spears.
Blood grenade.
Okay, that is a lot of damage.
Oh, they missed their own blood grenade.
Snaking almost takes out there from the spears. They're actually really ramped up. And Skeeter is out of mana. Snaking...
Damn, if they had double edge, they might have just killed the Dusa there. Oh, Snake got to take 2 spears. Ah! Tango's good here.
He's good, he's good, he's good. But somehow they pulled enough that they are not winning against the Centaur Huskar lane.
This lane has insane diving potential.
Oh,
I think that's worth keeping in mind. If you have creep advantage, Huskar doesn't pull tower aggro. So you can just flat out dive this tower with no concern whatsoever. You also have Glyph if you want to use it. Seems like they have different plans. Foxy thinks the courier is really important.
Did get that courier, and now it looks like, does he want to go for the Deucer or does he want to go for the Pugna? Foxy's going to go for the Pugna. Why doesn't he want to hit the same target?
Guys, can you just do one thing? What is happening? Okay,
one at a time.
Here comes Muerta.
Okay, Muerta's going to TP in. Now this is going to be a mess. Saberlight is going to run out of here. Got dead shot back in. The Gorgon's Grasp missed, but they still have the damage to get the job done.
Why are they not going on the same view?
I don't know.
Just agree to kill one guy.
Maybe it's the incendiary thing. Maybe Boxy's like telling him, like, my spears don't do any damage to Dusa. I don't want to hit him.
Maybe there's a connection between mana pool and communication skills. And he's literally muted. And Saberlight was low on mana. So they're just walking around. Dude, I had no explanation for that dive. It was so weird. Well, let's see now. Boxy being a little bit hesitant. I think he's waiting for crit to show on the bottom lane. I don't know if he's shown yet on the Muerta, so they might be worried that this is a 3v2 bait situation, but he definitely is showing now. So if there was any concern, now would be a time to go.
You know, in Dungeons & Dragons, if you have a low enough intelligence, you can't actually communicate. You are too stupid to speak. Maybe that's the problem that's happening here. Sania, get a little bit tag team slow onto crit. Man, that damage is
killing
so much.
One more hit. Salve, that's going to be broken. Oh, that's
and
real.
He's still going to get the kill, I think. He's just running him down. Deadshot goes out. He has a shard up in a second. He doesn't stick around to try and land it, though.
Okay.
He's going to try and slot in his own shards here. Activates it now. Amar's there on the other side. He is going to shard him off. The spear, it finishes him.
He was not anticipating Amar coming from that angle.
No, he was not.
Lost track of him in that chase.
All right, now Boxy's going to jungle away.
Oh, remember when he played for Pudge?
Yep.
And they played it, what did they play? They played like Pudge Enigma, right?
Yep.
And then he helped the Enigma the first 2 levels, or the first level or whatever, and then he just pieced out and never came back.
Yep. And he was farming on the... Was it the Radiant side? Because it was the you extra HP regen?
No, you got Mana regen.
Mana regen. So on this side, he's getting the HP regen, which is great.
All right, this is genuinely Boxy. He probably enjoyed playing the Pudge jungle so much that he was like, what hero could I possibly do this with on the other side with the health regen? I mean, this is definitely interesting. And I will say, as far as Huskar 4 goes, this is probably the best depiction of what Huskar 4s do in pub games. True. Which is, they're like, I didn't get the core roll, I'm angry, I will pick Huskar, and I will go woods.
What is he doing now? Is he gonna...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's gonna gank mid. What's he doing? He can't gank mid.
I thought maybe for a second he was gonna go to the Wisdom Rune, but...
Oh, he's checking for the 6-minute bounty?
45 seconds late.
Dire are
Oh, he
scanning.
wanted the Watcher.
Right, the Watcher is a very
Yes.
important objective.
Amar seems extremely aware of what's going on right now. Right. Well, he gets the 7-minute power rune, a classic in Pro Dota.
Right, that's the rotation. Makes a lot of
He's
sense.
back to the jungle. Okay, I don't understand what's
Radiant's
happening,
middle
and I love
tower
it.
is under attack.
I think Boxy doesn't know what.
It's a lesser-known song by The Weeknd, as a matter of fact. Okay. Wait, where's he going now? Oh, he got a ward, and now he's just back up to jungle. So he ran in circles.
Nice dead shot back in. That is enough. Malreen's going to hit the Burrow Strike. They'll follow up with the Spear if necessary. And it is necessary.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Boxy continues to terrorize the neutrals.
Well, not really. He's not really jungling either. He's kind of just... Okay, now they'll go. Big combination here. Silent.
TP is coming in, but the EMP is going to burn out a bunch of Skeeter's mana. He does manage to get a decent snake, and what an epicenter. The tornado isn't going to bail him out enough. The epicenter is low, plus the sandstorm damage. They get 2 hero kills off this one. Boxy's still going to make a run for it.
Really quick reaction there on the Stone Gaze. That made all the difference. If they get the...
Radiant's top tower
If they get the
is under
stun
attack.
connection before he gets Stone Gaze off, that's a dead deuce on the
Radiant's
spot.
courier
And instead
has
they get
been
2
killed.
counter kills, so really nicely done there from
They're going
Skitter and
after
Falcons.
Malreen. Okay, never mind.
Okay, crits the target.
God, if Boxy doesn't get
Nice.
some experience off of a kill
Radiant's
soon,
middle tower is under attack.
it's just been wandering around for so long.
Nice contribution to the gank there. He walked in and attacked once.
Yep. No other hero could have done that.
Nope.
Sani is going to scout out some of the stacks going on here and gets a really nice high ground ward for it.
Huskar finds a ward there as well.
Dire's
He got
middle
in.
tower
He got
is
tower
under
hit
attack.
without, while being in fog at nighttime. So
Oh, yeah. Nice.
they should know there's a ward here, but they don't have any sentries on them.
Have to wait a little bit for that to be funneled in. Snaking. He is cold snap tornado, EMP'd, blood grenaded.
Dire's
And
bottom
killed.
tower is under attack.
So that nether ward. Now we know a rough estimation of what the power level of Pugna is currently in the game. That was about 30% of Invoker's health from casting his 3
Dire
spells,
are
I think,
scanning.
into the nether ward. Not bad.
All right, stack time. They know this is going on because they have the high ground ward, but
Literally.
the problem is do they have the power to actually contest the Sand King underneath Sandstorm? They can't even really get there in time. The stacks have been cleared out.
Okay, would you agree that this is definitely plan B for Huskar already? Like, this did not go according to plan, and I'm guessing the plan was to win the top lane and dive them in tower successfully and get kills and then snowball off that. So, do you think his rotation into the jungle was already not part of the plan, or do you think that
Dire's
was
bottom tower
by
is under
design
attack.
going to happen regardless of whether they won the lane or not?
I legitimately thought that part of the plan was him just jungling.
Yeah, but
and
he
I
only
have
did 1 camp.
Yeah, I've just been befuddled this entire time of him just kind of walking around, not really doing much.
And now he's back to jungling, but now it's on the Radiant side, so now he doesn't have the HP regen. And the top side of the map was probably going to be his for quite a while. If they rotate on him and gank him in the jungle, I think so what, kind of, right?
Sure.
But,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
well,
attack.
Saberlight's game's still all right. So the Centaur has been enabled, so that part of the plan did work. But he's still the lowest of all 6 cores by about 900, so did it really?
Because I don't think this Huskar does anything until you get level
Radiant's
6, right?
bottom
You need the
tower is
mobility
under
to
attack.
close in on somebody and then hit them with the silence. You need the combination of slow and silence, I
middle
think,
tower is
to
under
be an
attack.
effective force at this point in the
Radiant
game.
structures are fortified.
So he's
Radiant's
got to find that
bottom
somewhere.
tower
Good
is
read
under
by
attack.
Mickey, yeah.
He chooses not to go for another
Radiant's
Another
bottom
camp
tower
that
has
would have got him
fallen.
killed. Insania setting
getting
up. This is not an easy
Peter.
kill, and the response is already coming in from Pugna.
Yeah, this is multiple times. They've tried to root out this Medusa, and Falcons have shown they're always willing to fight around it. Nice shards. Saberlight just carries the creep wave with him and double farms. So Glimmer Cape instead of Solar Crest. A lot of the games he was going Solar Crest.
Damn, this mid Huskar got owned by Sand King, huh?
Destroyed.
He's level 5. That's rough.
Boxy with a truly pathetic mid lane performance.
What do you make of the Glimmer Cape? Think it's good?
I'm beginning to feel like none of this is.
Honestly, it's really nice to be the analyst and just ask you questions. And because I have no clue.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what do you think? And then if you say something that sounds smart, I'll just say I agree, so it sounds like I also thought about it. And if you say nothing, I'll just say what I just did, which is also nothing.
Maybe we can ask Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Chat, what's your analysis on this?
What would you go on Huskar here?
We'll get back to you in 5 minutes when
Yep.
I can read the chat.
Yeah. I think there's always 4 guys that are like, haha, rapier. And then there's gonna be 10 people saying, why didn't he just go armlet? It's the only item that works on the hero. And then there'll be 2 sophisticated gentlemen saying, I would have also gone Glimmer here. It's very good against Pugna and Sand King.
Under attack.
And those sophisticated
Tips
gentlemen
Fedora.
are Boxy's brother and cousin watching the game and trying to will this into a win somehow for their family member. Oh, man. All right, you asked me before the game if I'm a believer. I have lost any faith I could have had already. After 13 minutes, I am not impressed.
The funny part is it's not like he like got ganked in the jungle or like they tri-laned it or so. I do not feel like there was something that Falcons did that broke him.
No.
You know, it just like I felt like he could have done whatever he wanted to do, but whatever that was, it never really worked out. But he's got his level 6 now, so
Yep.
it's a different ball game. Now he's got the mobility. Now he can hit him with that silence.
He has to be careful, though. He's playing against 2 Blink Daggers, right?
Now he can farm those neutrals.
Do both Mars and Sand King? Yeah, they both have daggers. So even jumping them is not easy. Could really quickly backfire. You jump the Medusa, you instantly get Stone Gazed. Unless... I think she can get Stone Gaze off while you're mid-air before you get the sounds off, so...
Yeah.
Alright.
What do you mean? We've had a lot of neutral creep
Dire's
kills.
top tower is under attack.
I like his, I like how he was mewing there for a second. Very good.
You really caught on to this mewing trend, didn't you?
I love making fun of dumb shit, and that really is high up there.
Yeah, that's
It's,
true.
I will happily mock stuff like that.
Radiant's
Smoke coming
middle
out
tower
is
under
gonna
attack.
catch Mickey. He's
Good
they played
movement,
a little
actually,
bit far,
but-
but they still got him on Maureen. It's not 1 blink dagger, it's 2, and the spear ensures his demise. Now, Liquid may still be able to fight this, but it's not looking great. Crit kills Insania with the ghost. Skeeter's just running past the tower to help out here. The pin goes out. Oh man, Nisha is being body blocked up a bit by Maureen. Tornado goes out to stop that, but it's already done. This fight is over, and let's check in with Boxy.
He arrived.
Radiant's top tower is
He's here, and he got a creep. 1 out of 3.
under attack.
I really like this from Mickey. That was actually super good. That he managed to escape to the north. I don't think that was an instinctive move for a lot of players, but as you said, the secondary blink will catch him.
Also, this Muerta versus Tusk matchup, we saw it a lot in Belgrade. Dude, is so miserable. You could see, like, Insania was trying to pick up Mickey to get off a snowball, but the calling is just, like, covering that area. It's so hard.
It owns Tusk. You also have a natural counter to if Tusk ever wants to go on you, he can't punch you if you ult, and yeah, it's a very one-sided matchup, that one. So, I mean, so far so good for Falcons. They're playing a very standard lineup. Things are just coming together nicely. The lanes went well, the fights went well. Snaking here could be in some trouble.
Dire's middle tower
Here comes
is under attack.
Boxy.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, there it is. It won me over.
The 1 kill in a 5 position.
I just needed to see it. He's deathless.
Radiant's
Not bad for a
middle tower
16-minute
is under
support.
attack.
I don't think that's a good thing for a support. When you're losing the game and you're deathless as a support, that's probably not a good sign.
You really are negative, aren't you? I think he's doing great.
No, you don't.
All right.
You're just lying.
They've got the
Dire
glimmer.
are scanning.
Yep.
See them put it to use. What do you think his intention is with this? How is he going to use it? Is it for himself? Is he like gonna jump in and then self-glimmer to stay alive? Is it to try to save a core of his own? Because it's very uncharacteristic. This was not in his build list from pubs, right?
No,
He's not
it was
buying this
Solar
item.
Crest.
Yeah, Solar makes a lot more
He
sense.
does go utility items, generally speaking. So he just feels like the magic resistance is better than the Solar Crest. So I think it's more to save allies here. Insania, the Silence Arena combination, it's just decimating them, man.
Right, he couldn't cast a spell because he was in the calling. He was just walking in circles until he died. Not the best. Well, according to you, this was good because now he died. So, well done. This is what you wanted to see the whole time.
I mean, in a way, yeah, kind of. At least he was trying to be active.
We have different views on Dota. Respectfully, I think that was not good. But the fact that you like that is fine. This is a complex game, and there's room for a different interpretation of situations.
Rock Vatos.
They're calling too, but yeah, they can't chase this one down. And here comes Huskar. He's ready to fight against his desire to go in, and will back off. Showing some good restraint.
He beat his desire to go in.
Good restraint, good restraint. All right, here he is. Oh, there's that sound. Okay.
Hey, the silence.
We got him. And on top of that, Snaking thinks there's a ward on this hill, which there isn't. As a matter of fact, they saw him way further down with the ward all the way down by the Watcher. So, might miss a D ward too.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hold on, I got Twitch chat is giving their suggestions.
Okay.
Rapier, Dagon, Vlad's Diffusal Blade.
Oh yeah, he's against Dusa.
Arcane Boots, that's the best one.
Radiant's middle tower
I like
is under
that
attack.
Was it only 2 people saying Rapier? You're probably not reading all of them out, but how many people said I would go Glimmer too?
A decent number, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, so it's a whole family watching then.
Yeah. Boxy's got a lot of cousins.
Damn. They didn't go out bowling tonight.
I would have gone Parasma. Excellent.
What's your behavior score, buddy? Insania? Oh, instant. Instant ult from Crit.
Dead shot. Mickey trying to get off the ult. No, the pin comes in. And all he'll get is a Death Requiem. They do get Maureen on the other side. Okay. Honestly, this game is pretty favored to Falcons.
Yep.
So any kill is not the worst for Liquid.
Yeah, but losing Shadow Fiend is obviously very costly. Like, they've put a lot of emphasis on getting Mickey off to a good start on the SF, and they have an Alacrity for him. They have a save for him with the Tusk. And now he has BKB, so there is potentially an upcoming fight that could be big. I mean, despite all the memeing we do on the Huskar, they still have a nice combo among the other 4 heroes, and if he can land a good silence to prevent some sort of combo breaking from Falcon's side with either the Mars or the Sand King or the Pugna in a key moment, that definitely you can see what Liquid's lineup can do if the stars align.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Which ironically I believe is the slogan for Team Nigma.
That's true.
They have not aligned for them in this tournament.
I don't think you want to take after.
No. You want your stars to align in a different constellation. That one. Wisdom Rune coming up, 30 seconds.
Do some Tormentor.
Yep. Another boon of Pugna. The only hero that never dies to Tormentor. Should probably pick that on a couple of the teams in this tournament that seem to struggle a little bit with that.
Dude, imagine the last year's bet boom with Pugna.
Save played it a decent amount, actually. He was like
That's
the one person playing for Pugna.
Bet boom would lose all the time to the Tormentor. He's like, all right, guys. Hurricane Pike for Nisha. I mean,
standard.
This is just looking like Liquid really can't do much, and they're going to farm what they can. And we are going to wait for Falcons to make whatever moves they want to make, which Roshan is available. I imagine they don't have the best team for doing it, but they are so far ahead that you could probably just force it.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's what
and any hero can tank Rosh when you have Pugna in your team. Just doesn't matter. So we'll do it with tanking. And now Skitter's going to come in. All right, Snaking wants to tank it himself. Let's see how lucky he gets. 3 hits without a bash? 2? 2 so far.
I like that Maureen, instead of going Bloodstone, He's going Shivas, of course, to counter the Huskar. Very big threat.
Yeah.
Why is he going Shivas?
Because if he goes Bloodstone, he increases his max health and takes more damage from Incendiary.
Right. That makes
Shivas
sense.
gives very little health. I think Malrine, if this was the previous patch at minute 25, he would actually sell his Bracer to be tankier against Huskar. And then buy a chainmail.
There's one guy in Twitch chat who's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh man, I did that too back then.
Radiant's bottom tower
I used to
is
sell
under
my
attack.
Bracers to Huskar. Against
Dire's
Huskar.
top
Excuse me.
tower is under
Also,
attack.
nobody said armlet
Radiant's
Really?
in that Twitch chat review. Nice burrow strike on 2. Sets up the calling. Yeah, Stadia's just running.
Yeah.
Run, Stadia, run!
Nice fear.
Dead shot back into the rest of Falcons.
Oh, that's about as little as you can hit a Burrow Strike by, but doesn't matter. Either you hit it or you don't. Full effect.
50-50. And
That's
Skeeter
no-tail-
is
that's
able
no-tail
to
Sand
do
King.
this.
Do you remember that game?
No, I don't.
No, when you just hit 50-50 on Sand Kingston, I just remember there was this iconic no-tail game. He's like missing 5 or 6 Burrow Strikes in a row on support Sand King. You do not remember this game? It's so iconic.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Oh
under
man.
attack.
He went on to do great things later. That was the
Was that
game-
Fnatic no-tail?
I think so. I think that was the game that started it all.
Radiant's
He went
bottom
into his
tower
full
is falling.
God mode arc after that game. He was like, I can never do worse than this.
Wait, if it was support Sand King, it had to be OG, right? Because he was never support
Oh,
on
that's
Fnatic.
true.
He was always carry, right?
Right. Well, did he play anything else in Fnatic? Did he ever play as offlane or something for a short I don't think so. I think it was always Trixie, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I remember this no-tail sinking. I don't remember
Yeah,
what role or tournament it was. I just remember that. It's funny. Anyway.
Blink Dagger. So you can blink silence. Problem is, most of the time, they're the ones getting initiated on.
Yeah. It is, in theory, a nice item for support Huskar, because you can blink into the enemy and then knock back them into your team. Just like an AoE displacement, and then you can ult after.
Yeah.
So I see where he's coming from. They're probably reaching a little bit of desperation territory here, where they need to land a good EMP tornado on the Medusa to drain her mana, and then they need to knock her in.
Big moment for Liquid. The smoke wraparound as the mid-tier 2 tower gets taken. The smoke breaks. Malrine on the low ground is going to be able to back away. And the move is ruined for Liquid.
Don't see anything. The vision there, just barely everyone on the side of Falcons outside of it. Unsuccessful.
Amar is huge, by the way. Blink Dagger, Deso, BKB.
God, I love Deso on Mars. I'm so happy we get to see it once in a while. This is not a very common build on the hero anymore, but I'm a big Deso enjoyer. On both this hero and Dawnbreaker. I love to see it.
I'm a big fan of watching Mars for Amar just in general. I mean, it's his signature hero, but for me, it's the item versatility.
Yeah, he
like
plays a
every
lot of-
game, he will go a different item build depending on what the matchup is. Initiation onto a beautiful stomp and a combo from Liquid that takes those 2 out instantly.
Nice
They're going to try and
angle.
chase down more with the Stampede. Amar and Skeeter are still up. They're going to buy back. They're going to fight around this outpost. Will it be good for them? They got the arena, got heroes inside of it, managed to finish off the Huskar, now pin in Saberlight. They got 2 in return off that buyback and TP play. Liquid on the retreat here. Amar is going to try and get behind them, I think. He wants to go. Goes right in the middle of them and dies immediately.
Man, they were so ready for that, you could tell.
And look at that fast buyback TP in from Boxy. He's now going to try and catch some more heroes off of this one. They obviously do not want to deal with the Medusa, who has an Aegis, but if they can kill the rest of these heroes, maybe they can actually kill the Medusa in a 1v5 scenario. Hit him with the disarm. Run at the back line, silence them both. Boxy now starts backing away, but the Scotty is demolishing Mickey, and Malrine hits a burrow strike to ensure the kill. It's a double for Malrine. Skeeter just stands there and clicks them to death.
A battle for the ages. Huskar versus Muerta. Huskar hiding away in his Glimmer Cape. Unlike most pub Huskars that go for the Shadow Amulet, Boxy actually finished the build. But it made no difference.
That's a good one.
Oh boy, here comes high ground. Or does it? They looked like they could have gone high ground with the amount of time they have.
Yeah.
I was sure they were going to go and knock on the tier 3, especially considering the fat wave they have bottom. But
It's
they'll
because
steal
the Tormentor was still up.
Yeah, that's nice.
When Amar went up there earlier. So now they get tier 2 mid, tier 2 top, and Tormentor. That'll be a shard for snaking.
How many gum do you think Skitter is chewing?
Oh, really obsessed with the gum, aren't you?
I'm just waiting for you to say 5, but you just never say it.
Why 5?
Don't you?
Radiant's
Why would it
top
ever be
tower
5?
is
You
under
know
attack.
as little about memes as Sun's Vengeance. It's actually just a discipline. I really hope the meme is 5.
Okay, all right.
All right, there it is. All right, we got it.
Has been killed.
It's fine. This is the second or the third time so far in this week that I've had to explain my joke to you. It's not looking good on your score sheet.
You sound so disappointed. You're like a disappointed parent. I would love to see you as a parent, son.
I'm a disappointment factory myself. I know a lot about that. Mickey has
You
to
know
be-
I showed you this meme before.
Oh, he has to be here too, and he might
may
still
not
not
even
be
make
out of
it
trouble.
He might need to use a Mask of Madness just to run faster.
Oh, good
get back
punch,
to the
but-
good punch comes down. Snowball hits Maureen, trying to stall it up. Now in comes the Huskar, but
Oh
they're trapped
my
inside
God.
the arena. It's a massacre. They'll all die in the pit. A triple kill for the Amars.
And that is still
Radiant's
no
bottom
backdoor
tower.
protection, and the bottom wave is coming in soon. So I think this is absolute minimum 1 lane, and really what we can only so far chalk up to a failed experiment from Liquid.
Radiant's
How
bottom
on
tower
earth are they
is
going to
under
deal with this Dusa now?
attack. Radiant's bottom
Look at Skitter, he's going Ame's build.
Oh, yeah.
Axe Kai Assange.
Assange.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a... I think that build is really interesting when you have another damage dealer.
Yep. Yeah, it was similar for Ame in that game, right? I don't remember what mid-hero he had, but I think it was also... Oh, it was Sniper, right?
Yeah, he had Sniper.
And this time you have Mars with Deso. Okay, bit of Mana Burn. Nice!
Oh.
Double Manta dodge! He dodged the Stomp and EMP. Dude, Dota is so easy. You just need to press one button with the right timing.
True.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under
This
attack.
guy
I mean,
absorbed all of Arteezy's powers
Radiant's bottom
on his way out the
has
door.
fallen.
He knocked him out of enough tournaments to consume him entirely. Snowball?
Snaking is going to TP in on no HP.
Here's Boxy.
Oh,
Hiding.
there's... this is where you would want that Shadow Amulet.
That was a sick escape.
Can't tell if you're complimenting Foxy. Just to piss
Dude, nobody
me off.
saw him, man. He was just in the fog and the glimmer TP. There's like nothing happened. You know, it's honestly, like I said, when you do stuff like this, either you get really blown away or you have a laugh.
Yep.
I think it's a shame that this game doesn't even showcase what the idea was. Because like, if I could at least reach some sort of understanding of what they were trying to do, and then something else went wrong in the game. Like, you saw the potential of it, and then they messed up mid-late game and lost, and then you can be like, haha, they picked Huskar, how dumb. But I'm lacking that insight into what the purpose was in general in this, and that's a little bit of a shame that he absolutely got to show nothing of what the purpose was here.
Maybe we should just go watch some Boxy pubs. Because he was winning with it.
Yeah. Pubs and pro games are a different beast.
True.
Sven has about 50% win rate in pub games. In this tournament, he's 1-6. And that is a reliable and important sample size. I think 7 is just fine.
I thought you told
got
us
Mars.
stats don't matter.
That's true.
McKay used the Requiem just to try and escape.
Oh, Will. I think. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, they got the kill on Mars.
they did.
It's good.
Problem is they have not touched Skeeter. 2-0-14.
Yep.
And the last time they tried to kill him, he just kind of casually 1v4'd them until they died. But at least he's not going in damage build.
Yeah.
I feel like that does actually give them an opportunity to turn the game, as low of a percent that is.
Okay, let's play prediction
Radiant
bingo
are
here.
scanning.
What do you think the win expectancy is for Liquid right now?
I mean, Dota Plus probably says 4-position Huskar is like a 2% win rate or something, considering how often that hero is probably used to grief. I'm going to say like 6%.
You think Dota Plus is 6?
Yeah, it's probably lower, but
Okay.
I'll say 6.
I'm going to say 1. Yes!
There is 1. But they have a shot.
You underestimate how many times I have experienced this from Huskar.
Another man to dodge, this time on the EMP.
Oh, there's the Mars catch.
Practice, and Amar catches
No BKB.
Mickey with no BKB. The stomp goes out. Malrine will finish the job that Skeeter and Amar set him up to do. And Saberlight will kind of run around like a chicken with its head cut off.
I was immediately looking for my Falcons caw button, but it's not there. It's not there. GG. All right. Let this be a lesson that no one bans Arm Shard.
I did. It makes a lot of sense if it is indeed bugged and it's doing a double hit. That would explain why it looks so broken.
Yep. If it is indeed not working as intended, I mean, honestly, after we saw the team starting to buy the shard a lot on the Storm as the first item, I was like, why haven't they done that before? And it might just be not because a team realized it was bugged. It was just somebody bought it in the game and was like, wow, I'm doing a lot of damage. Let's try this in the scrim.
Yeah.
And then it spreads like wildfire through the scrims, and then everybody knows, wow, that shard's really good. But if it turns out it's just that good because it's bugged, that'll be kind of funny. Amar gets the rune, but
he's going to try and burrow strike up to the high ground, hits Insania with it, gets a cookie, but he is blood grenaded. And first blood will be taken by Boxy. Already a stronger performance by Boxy than in game 1.
Yep.
I feel like it's just like, if you wanted to be a 4 position and silence people, this is the hero to play. It's Muerta. It's Muerta.
It was already taken last game by the other team, so he just wanted to silence. It was like that Loranov game we had with the Morphling mid. Just wanted to play Timber, man.
This Timber.
Yep.
Is this Timber going to have a good game?
Probably. I wonder if this is... So the classic build that we had for quite a while in Timber with Magic Resist that we haven't seen much of as of late. This might be a game for it, to be honest, to get an Eternal Shroud or a pipe for your team.
Yeah.
Like, look at how the damage breakdown looks on the Falcon side. It's extremely magic heavy. So Timber, by already being a naturally tanky hero against physical attacks, historically, when Hood was a thing, that was the item for Timber always. It was so good on that hero. But you can still go Eternal Shroud or Pipe in the right game. Most of the Timber builds we've seen lately are Kaya Blink-based.
Nice TP from Crit.
Yeah, he has to get out of there. Guess Cookie was just barely on cooldown because he has it ready now.
Didn't want to waste even a half second staying in that drain longer than he needed to.
Damn, what a great head start mid for Malrine. 11 and 3 on the Storm. Getting... Is that every creep? There's been 3 waves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got every last hit. And 4 denies to boot.
You know what was funny is, I know this matchup, Mickey! He is dead. That mid matchup, oh, look at that. That is gigantic wave pushing in top. That is really bad.
Oh, yeah, this is not great. He'll lose 3 creeps of experience, I think. No, only 2. Insania pulled it out of tower range.
Mid lane matchup, Nisha had double jump at first on the fast. I really thought he was going to go for it because this matchup is obviously quite bad for the Pango, right? The Storm's here at matchup, so I thought, you know, maybe that other fasten isn't all it's cracked up to be. If you go double jump and just make sure your lane is better, maybe that's better. But no, he still opted for the Thunderbolt.
Yep. I guess one of the upsides to Thunderbolt is in a game against heroes like Storm and Sand King that are naturally pretty mobile. Especially Storm is obviously the most mobile hero in the entire game. With Thunderbolt, you can drive in a circle when you make a connection.
Right.
And chain stun people, which is really valuable against a hero like Storm that a lot of the time you're not catching this guy with a stun close to a wall, but you can easily catch him when he jumps your team, if you get any connection in the middle of nowhere with a Blink Pango, perhaps you can set up your team for success with a chain stun.
Yeah.
For that to be a reality, obviously the Storm needs to not have an insane game and just get Kaya BKB or whatever if that's what he wants. So we have seen some different Storm builds. All of them, though, do include that early shard.
Timbersaw 9 and 3 compared to the 12 and 4, so it looks like the Dragon Eye is doing pretty good.
Especially because he has a big wave coming his way, right?
Yeah.
So Saberlight actually hasn't got that much out of the start.
So they're winning mid, they're winning bottom, and the off lane was doing pretty well too. I mean, they got the kill on the Razor. The Razor is still doing fine in CS, but they have shown that they are capable of killing him. And the cookie given over underneath the Sandstorm, a blood grenade, and they have him maybe ticking up from the blood grenade. Very close.
7 HP.
7 HP.
And they basically executed that more or less perfectly.
Yeah.
I think if Amar maybe could have cast his Sandstorm before Stinger, they might have had the last...
Oh, got him on the full bore shot by Crit.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter now, does it?
They did execute it perfectly, huh? Oh, he wishes he landed that swashbuckle. Looks like they'll still get the kill anyway, though.
Doesn't matter now, does it?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Maybe they wouldn't have had to use the calling. I think they still would, though.
Well, that'll certainly help Nisha, because obviously he wants to get his 6 before the Storm doesn't. And this is really cool. He's going to pull the creep wave while the Storm Spirit is still set dead. So the Storm Spirit might miss some CS, dying to tower. And he gets a wave to himself without the Storm Spirit, you know, being a nuisance.
Yeah.
Very cool.
In the meantime, though, Saberlight will be getting harassed. They're trying to take advantage of Boxy making the move mid, so Falcons will respond in turn in their own safe lane with some counter-aggression.
What do you think Amar's going to go item-wise on this Sand King? Because I feel like Sand King does have some wiggle room that we saw in the last game, right? She was over the early Bloodstone, and Amar is a little bit more known for versatility in items. Got the Timber Chain away, the calling's going to slow him down as well. Good retreat.
Yeah, this TP just doesn't amount to much. Crit will just probably gate back top. Call it a failed attempt. I mean, knowing Amar, probably Bloodstone. But then after that... But he's going Treads? He wants to go Treads first?
Curious.
I'm ready for the Treads.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to go Arcane Boots. We've seen Phase Boots builds quite a bit, but Treads,
Treads is definitely not the least common boot on this hero after Tranquils. Or maybe even on par with Tranquils. I don't know. We'll see. So it is, he has committed for them, right? Yep, the Treads are coming. What is he going to buy after? So now I'm thinking less Bloodstone and more some build we haven't seen.
Yeah, some sort of Stinger type build, right? That's what the Tread says to me. Trying to help out Crit using the cookie both as an escape and to finish off Mickey there. They are just handling this safe lane of liquids.
Amazing what you'll
You've
find
lived an entire life and you're an old grandma. You know everything about your cookies. He uses it to perfection.
That's true.
Yeah. What do you think when you're 70? What do you think you have done for 50 years?
Play Dota.
You think Dota will be around when you're 70? That'll be kind of sick, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably.
What do you think we're playing it in then?
In nursing home.
Oh, I was going to say VR or something. Good answer. Good answer. Can't argue with that. Counterplay. Malrine doesn't have much mana here.
Razor. Does Razor want to be here? They're going into Amar. The Rolling Thunder comes in hot, though. Hits 2. Bounces back. Snaking is keeping these heroes alive. They're trying to finish off just this support, but the heal from Snaking is keeping them alive. Finally, the swashbuckle, but they got the kill on the Razor in the meanwhile. And Nisha doesn't have any mana to work with. Picks him up inside the snowball, but Amar, he didn't use any of his stun. He now is going to burrow strike the two of them now that they're grouped up together. Nice use of the shards to block him off. Insania giving up his life so that Nisha may live. And Skeeter goes right back to where he came from. Just came to be a part of the kill, and will make sure that his tower does not go down.
Switch into the Elder Dragon form.
And he's going to go that fast Blink Dagger build that we saw from him before.
It's my favorite carry Dragon Knight build, actually. I know we've seen in this tournament. Oh, hang on. No time
He just
to talk.
doesn't stop. Again, the snowball pick up, but again, Amar holds onto his Burrow Strike. Somehow he doesn't hit both of them, but he got the important hero, Nisha, and Insania is not left with anywhere to go. Liquid is just out of space here. This is...
Yeah, they're just getting outpaced. This happens a lot of the time when you give Falcons Enchantress.
Oh, yeah.
This is a classic for them, playing this hyper-aggression, just taking advantage of the early timing. Yeah, as much as Insania tries to run here, there's no way out. They brought the Dragon Knight up here as well. Will secure the tower.
Which is, it's funny because because they have Timbersaw versus Dragon Knight, you would think, okay, your 4 position is also free to move, so they should be able to match, but maybe the Snake King Enchantress just brings too much power in the early game. I mean, the heals are pretty crazy when you do not have a big source of burst damage. He's literally taking on 4 heroes right now and taking forever to die.
Yeah.
Crit's gonna be level 6 soon. Wonder if they're gonna try and get a Kisses Dragon Tail kill on Saberlight. Hit it with the Hellbear clap.
Good damage, but can't commit fully. So yeah, about the Dragon Knight Dagger Rush, we've seen Satanic play more of a true hard carry DK in Spirits games with Armlet Mask of Madness. He's not the only one to do that, but I think he has not played the Dagger build yet that I can think of. Maybe I missed a game.
Got a silence on Maureen. The snowball's gonna hit him, but he's already given a cookie to jump away. They're not giving him that shield rune. Maureen does jump in and set up the Kisses. Crit throws some damage around. It's enough to be able to kill the Pango. Can they win the rest of the fight? Insania chasing after Crit. Again, the heals are coming in, man. And it's just, the burst damage is just never enough for Liquid. They can't get these kills quickly. And it plays against them in every single one of these fights. It's 1 for 2. A nice dead shot back against the Storm Strip. They have a Dragon Tail. Throws out the Calling, trying to save Saberlight's life. Maybe they get Maureen for it. Maureen steps too far forward. He gives up his killing spree, and Saberlight lives. Now Skeeter is finding himself. He's a little bit too far forward, and he's in the river too. They're going to try and keep him stunned up. He does go to the other side, but they pick up the ball inside of the snowball. Wrong angle.
So
this is very awkward. Swashbuckle hits on 3. Nisha's running back. He is out. He's good. Insania is going to not be good, though. Hit by the Burrow Strike. Again, another round of the Calling. Will not save the fellow support. Nisha just swashbuckled in front of all these heroes.
Oh.
Dodges the cookie. Can't dodge the Dragon Tail. Now he's going to be hit by an Epicenter Burrow Strike. I don't know what he expected to happen there.
Yeah.
But Maureen appreciates it.
Maureen quick to tip him after making his own mistake mid.
Yep.
Justice or balance in all things, I guess. Big damage. That's a boxing. Yeah, I was chuckling to myself because I feel like all of these scrappy fights, there's one constant, and that is Insania dies last. That just seems to happen every single time. The fight is about to end, and there's just this Tusk stranded. Poor guy.
Yeah. I mean, Crit's almost level 7. Snaking is level 7. Insania is still not level 6.
Yeah. This early domination from Falcons is just continuing, and it seems very difficult for Liquid to fight back when they don't have Pango ult. It's kind of the only true team fighting ability they have right now that holds a candle to Snapfire Sand King.
Okay. They are going to smoke up, and it's an important timing for it, too. Nisha needs help. He doesn't have the Rolling Thunder. Did they know that cooldown? It was like perfect timing there to make that gank happen.
Yeah, it was very close. They might have just, tried for it and were like, maybe they thought they could kill him anyway.
Yeah.
Because the Kisses are still going to do damage while he's rolling away, and well,
do end up getting the Ancient stack for the Timbersaw, but even after the stack, he is still not caught up to any of the Falcons cores, who are taking the top 3 spots on the board. And of course, Amar is very tough, as he is want to do.
Nice.
We'll experience a bit of a setback there. Mickey jumps right up the charts off of that one. 523 gold for just him, thanks to the mega kill streak that Amar had.
That was really nice execution on that kill from Liquid. They made sure that there was no exit path for the Sand King. If he burrow striked out, they just cornered him completely there.
Snaking. Doing what he does.
Not
Dragon
again,
Tail's done.
It's too many deaths by now. He dies again.
He has an opportunity and will be able to roll away this time around. He's going to roll back in after some bottle hits. He's feeling safe now. But again, Snaking, it takes so much to kill him that it's just not worth the effort. Oh, Saberlight steps too far forward to try and help and immediately is punished. The Blink Dagger of the Dragon Knight is coming in big.
Yeah, damn. Nisha could have just as well died there.
Yeah.
So I guess all in all, having the Pango live and the Timber die is arguably worse. Because Timber's net worth is higher and he has a more of an integral role in the game right now.
And they're about to give up their Wisdom Rune, so...
Uh-oh. Oh no,
in,
look who's going there.
Yeah.
Well, not just that, but Insania wants the Wisdom. Not gonna get there.
Well,
Liquid
Falcons
are kind of just getting outclassed today in this series. I feel like Falcons have had the upper hand in every aspect of the game. Better laning, better draft, especially in Game 1 with what we got to see. Their movements around the map seem crisper. They're the ones taking more initiative. They're the ones min-maxing better out of their heroes. Just a lot of the things that Liquid are usually one of the most masterful teams of, including like map efficiency and stacking. I feel like Falcons just really have their number. And I don't know, similar to Game 1, if some of the stuff that Liquid are bringing to the table here in terms of draft, if it's just not the solution to what they're facing, but overall, when I look at this, I kind of like the vibe of Falcons lineup a little bit better. With, you know, this Ench plus carry Dragon Knight, I just think is such an insane combo right now in Dota.
Hit the back line. Rolling Thunder, though, is going to isolate Marine a little bit, get him chain stunned. Amar is going to die, and they do manage to stop the kisses in the back. Nisha just getting really good hits, setting up Mickey for success. Now to run in as the Razor and do what he can. Unfortunately, they couldn't keep damage on Skeeter. He was able to blink away.
That's still something. They got 2 kills, of which one was Amar, top net worth in the game, taken out. Got a good chunk of money there, going the way of Saberlight. And in the, while all of this was happening with all these scrappy fights, somehow Mickey's actually tied for first almost in net worth on the Razor. So there is a path, perhaps, find snaking.
I do think Mickey is probably one of the best Razors in the world, and I have noticed, I've followed his farming, he really likes to use Eye of the Storm off cooldown to keep his farm up. Like, he will just farm neutrals, ancients a lot, just every single time Eye of the Storm's up, he'll pop it.
Yep. If you don't do that, you can't compete with carry Dragon.
No.
I think in terms of pacing, it's necessary to keep up.
And when he gets BKB, he is kind of untouchable for a while. The Dragon Knight's physical damage, it ramps up, and it definitely does a lot in the late game, but in this mid-game window, it is primarily magic damage that Falcons are throwing around.
I definitely think that's the biggest saving grace here for Liquid in this game state, is that carry-to-carry matchup is really good for them later down the line. So even if they're feeling stressed out and that the game is rough, Mickey can just say, we just need to get there, and I can carry this game. That's always nice to fall back on when things are not going according to plan early.
Oh, Amar has a veil. He really wants to go for it.
Mickey's too tanky. You're not going to deal 2,000 damage with Sand King, I think.
Amazing what you'll find.
You'll probably do 75 to 80% of his health pool, though.
I'll take your tribute.
And now Mickey is BKB. So Liquid, if they want to be able to turn the narrative of this game, now's the time to do it. Otherwise, Falcons are going to get themselves a Roche. Considering Liquid's positioning, it seems like they are very likely to do so successfully. I did always feel like the flashbang that was happening with that shard was a little over the top, so it makes sense if it's getting double hits.
Yeah.
Every single time. It's like a little rave party going on. Feel like raves, Cinderella?
Do you think Roshan's Pit is a good name for a rave club? All right, we'll leave it there. Liquid?
Yes, it's a great name.
Thank you.
Nisha, Rod of Atos. Oh, they want him
That's a
armed.
great entry.
Yes, they take him out first. But what else are they going to be able to get off of this one? They're going to run down the Snapfire. The Stormsphere jumps in now, and so does Skeeter. They think they can take this fight, but Mickey has the BKB, and he turns right back around, stealing the damage from Skeeter, and that Whirling Death does so much. Rough fight. Falcons not expecting those heroes to be up the side, and they will lose 3 for it. Malrine, oh, he gets a haste rune. Nice pickup from Malrine. Otherwise, Saber was like, I had your number, but that haste rune, that is the big pickup for him.
That's such a great fight from Liquid. That was basically perfection, right? They find the Sand King first, they kill him off immediately. They keep chasing, Amar buys back, re-enters the fight, but it's already lost. They try to blink Dragon Tail to open on the Razor. He BKBs mid Dragon Tail. Everybody really on the top of their game there to effectively equalize the game in a relatively tough position. But this is something Liquid have always been quite good at, is once they hit a timing, then finding a big moment of opportunity. Now they're going to find even more. Another freebie onto Crit, trying to kill out the wave. He does have buy if they want to fight. Oh, Skitter.
Why do you think Falcons want so badly to contest this Roshan? I mean,
yeah.
I thought it was. I thought the initial fight was like, okay, they're just gonna give up, and then they went back in, and then now Crit is like still trying to play for this area, and it seems pretty clear that Falcons still want to contest.
They still feel like their lineup has superior team.
Oh no, Amar! They had vision on him. They got him on the dead shot. Now they're just going to chain him up. He's got Calling. He's got Snowball Punch. All the disables. Oh, man.
Now the Roche is surely free. Now you have a minute of 5v4.
That's a dieback for Amar.
This vision of Liquid has been super instrumental to pulling this off. That ward got that kill on Amar.
Dire are scanning.
They have to move to the other side to deal with this Roshan, but it might be convenient for Liquid just because they could take that safe lane tier 1 tower, because Liquid has not taken a tower yet. They were so far behind, and all of a sudden it's an even game with towers on the field for them to take, which is, you know, just a little piggy bank of gold waiting for.
Yep. They're going to do that first, step by step. They feel like I have enough time to do this first and then go to Roche. And I would agree with that assessment. Unless if Falcons were somehow smoked as 4 right now and they were halfway there, then maybe you could take a fight with Sand King respawning and TPing in on the outpost, since it's a Radiant Roche, but they are showing no intent whatsoever on contesting this, and Liquid have really nicely recovered this game completely. And now in the driver's seat, and this is when things get really comfortable with the Razor matchup that we talked about, because now Mickey is in a great position in terms of farm. He has a clear objective in every fight. Mickey is only going to Statling the Dragon Knight, and until then he's just going to walk into the fight, pop his ult, pop a plasma field whenever, and just wait for Skitter. If Skitter goes on him, he's going to BKB react and start draining him. If Skitter goes on literally anyone else, he's going to do the same thing. Maybe without BKBing, maybe that's not necessary, but you're gonna have DK's number all game. Some teams are good at not dying to the Tormentor. I think other teams could learn from those teams.
I think it's the teams that are trying to be too efficient, you know? They only try to bring minimal numbers to do the Tormentor, because most of the time it's not a place that is very nice to be at.
On that case, you could argue it's inexperience, right? Because otherwise you would know it would go wrong if you had tried it before. Amar
goes for the kill on Saberlight with the kisses.
Close.
Yeah, no, not close at all.
Well, Boxy will TP in and almost die, so that's nice.
Still gonna chase. Insania wants this. He's got a good angle for shards, but it's Amar who he caught inside of it. Still goes after it with the snowball. He's gonna go to the other side. No, he doesn't, but he immediately gets pulled by Malrine. They turn around, try and kill him. They blow him up so quickly. All right, Liquid, a little bit too ambitious there, and a BKB just got picked up for the Storm Spirit. Falcons are definitely a lot stronger with that item.
Oh, he's getting a regen.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good regen, but the Dragon Knight's in trouble. Amar's going to try and save him here, but he's being chain stunned up. The cookie, it's getting him away. Now he force dashes down, and he does manage to break the link. They kill the Snapfire instead. Malrine jumping to the back line, going for Boxy, while Saberlight chases after the Enchantress. The supports are being hunted down all over the place. Snaking takes forever to be killed, but he finally does die. It's a 3-for-1. They're going to keep it going. Try and take down the Timbers. Oh, so much damage from that shard, man. Mickey's on the run. He still has BKB and Aegis.
They're going to call that off. Good enough for Falcons, though. That was a pretty big win. The kill on Timber in particular was worth a shitload of gold for Malrine. He's going to take the top net worth spot from that. I think Saberlight was on a 6-kill streak there, right?
Oh, yeah, you weren't lying. 6-kill streak. That was 1,000 team gold for them.
Yeah, that's a really, really big kill. And Malrine also killed Boxy, so he got 2 kills in that exchange. And it's going to propel him toward, what's this? 2/3 of a Witchblade almost already? His damage is going to ramp up fast, and it's when heroes like Timbersaw, things can become a little bit tricky for both him as well as the Pango. If Storm reaches a point where he can solo kill Pango, for example,
yeah,
then the nature of the fights change quite drastically. Nice Force Staff immediately breaking the link, but dead shot, not going to live through this one.
Oh, Nisha, yeah, there's that threat.
Yeah, he's not committing here, but with a little bit more in Storm's tank, he can start thinking about solo killing Nisha in these fights or in these openings.
Or at least force out a Rolling Thunder that's at an inopportune time or a bad placement.
Anyone's game right now.
Do you think Saberlight should have gone more than just the cloak? You know, pipe, or as you were talking about, I mean, I really liked your suggestion of the Eternal Shroud. Instead, he went back for Veil Shivas.
Yeah, the question is, it's a bit hard to assess just how much value he got out of these items offensively, right? Because he was having a good game. He was 7-1. So it's not like, oh man, you're feeding, where's your magic resist? Maybe in that singular instance, it would have been nice to have the other build, but considering how much he's been able to do with this, I can't really fault him for it. I think he's been a really big part of Liquid's damage output, and having that Kai Assange and Veil is, of course, contributing a ton to that. All right, that's a very dead Muerta.
Throw some
any
pitches
chances
around,
crit there.
nobody's around. Well, this has been a losing Aegis for Liquid.
Not great. And this is a losing Aegis without even factoring in some sort of like Tormentor or whatever. This is just flat out team loss on the map.
And now Amar finally got his BKB. He was thinking about this BKB like 10 minutes ago, but then he had that death, and then buyback, and then another death, and then a third death. It's just not been going his way lately. He was top net worth. Now he is one of the bottom cores sitting right next there with Nisha. But now he's got BKB. It's a world of difference when he has that item.
Aegis is about to expire. And Liquid are kind of baiting Mickey here, hoping that Falcons want to try to kill him the moment it runs out. And they do.
He's just going to be in position, but is this bait going to be good? They instantly pick him up inside the snowball, get off the BKB. Mickey's a little bit low, but it looks like he's fighting through with the BKB. Amar did big damage, though, with his own BKB epicenter. Throw a Rod of Atos at him, try and chase after him, while Nisha, his Rolling Thunder ran out, and he is far behind enemy lines. And there will be no saving Private Ryan this time around. 21-20, 5,000 net worth lead now for Falcons.
Yeah, that genuinely really felt like Liquid were baiting Mickey, and they did save him, but he took so much damage before the snowball came in. But they're gonna get another Saberlight.
Saberlight Timbered Shades a little far.
Really?
One more hit.
Oh, he lived? Damn. All right, Malrine was a little mana short. I think he didn't have enough for Vortex. So just barely Saberlight. Get out of that. That's big for the side of Liquid to avoid that death.
I like this small bit of efficiency Skeeter held on to his Royal Jelly. Uses it every once in a while when he needs some mana.
Is that the only charge-based neutral item that recharges in the backpack? Isn't that a...
Don't they recharge, but they recharge very slowly?
Isn't that a bug? I think if you put the Trusty Shovel in your backpack, it doesn't recharge at all, right? I'm pretty sure there was a patch at some point that froze a couple of neutral items in the backpack, but I guess not that one. I thought, hang on, I need to see the list. So I think it's the Trusty Shovel and... what's the other one? Not finding it right now. Anyway. Oh, I think Seeds of Serenity too, right? Do they?
Maybe.
Maybe I just Maybe I'm tripping. Anyway, works on this one. So you're right, carrying it around for extra efficiency. And suddenly, 7,000 lead now for Falcons after Liquid just pulled the game back. Back we go to where things were looking, and okay, that's a very fast game.
Nisha is going to hit the Rolling Thunder here, but they don't have their Razor for a bit. He's trying to run down the lane to get here. Maybe they can't actually kill Skeeter without him. He finally shows up, hits a Plasma Field. Force Staff trying to get him away. They need another Whirling Death to be able to finish off Skeeter. He's getting far. They have to use the link. Mickey's going to chase after him, run him down. But the rest of his team, they are being annihilated by Amar and Malrine. Too much damage, and they got him on the edge. Right before the TP was about to complete, the BKB fails, and they'll kill Mickey as well. An 8x streak on him. That was so much gold for Malrine.
And I think this is 2 or 3 back-to-back team fights that start with Boxy just insta-dying. So they're getting nothing out of this Muerta. And while it is a good counterplay from Liquid, like you pointed out, the Razor was too far away. So yes, they do get the DK kill, but it takes so long. And in the process, the rest of his team is just collapsing in front of him. So yeah, this offlane Sand King, despite having these couple of deaths that Amar had around the top Roche pit, he has recovered very nicely, and he's dealing a massive amount of output every single fight. Just gotta... Liquid have to try to find a way to open the fight on their terms once. It seems like it's been a while. Well, this is kind of that. Oh, close.
Dodges the Rod of Atos. That was...
He might have died to that.
Yeah, I think he would have.
Okay. Close call for Malrine, but he does get out. He's created a really significant distance between himself and the next hero, by the way, on that Storm. 10, 2, and 6, 22 galvanized stacks.
He's massive. Has
feels
level 20.
good.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
28 mana regen.
He's got a little bit of mana.
Radiant's
Level
bottom
20
tower
talent. More
is
vortex
under
duration.
attack.
Not going to go for the
Dire's
axe, though,
top
to
tower
complement that
is
for
under
now.
attack.
Eyeing up a Lincoln's. Wonder if that is for his Dragon Knight.
Rod of Atos on the Sapphire instead. The Force Staff gets crit back behind the tower. He'll still die. Liquid will take the kill. And the tower, Falcons, though,
30 minutes, tier 1 mid.
they still try and take the fight. Show up with the Dragon form. Dragon
Comes
Knight.
Malrine.
Malrine does make that jump and finish off Boxy.
He is just on top of Boxy all the time, just ruining his game. They do not like this Muerta.
And until Insania has a Blink Dagger, like, that'll probably continue.
Dire's top tower has
There's
fallen.
just no threat. If he jumps Boxy, then there's really not much of a threat of Malrine getting stunned by anything.
Nope. Based on what has happened in the last couple of fights, it seems like a very deliberate plan that Falcons either internally have discussed or that Malrine has just realized that this is the easiest kill. He can get it every single fight with no repercussions. And then they just build it around that. Mickey and Insania, this is... I wonder what they're planning here. If they think Amar is going to cut the wave, but even if he were, they can't kill him, just the two of them. Call it off. He'll back off too. Regroup with his team and prepare for Roche.
I was going to say, maybe they're just setting up on this high ground because they need to contest this Roshan. This is not something that Liquid can afford to give up to Falcons. They've got a high ground ward, so they might know about this smoke.
Nisha's far away.
Oh boy, this three-man burrow strike and immediate Dragon Tail on the Razor. The fight is done in an instant.
What a sick initiate from Fog.
And Nisha, okay, he does roll up and getting off his Rolling Thunder.
Wow, that is so crazy. He did not have vision. They just broke the smoke, he just blinked in, and the thing that's so impressive about that is identifying the angle that fast before the enemy heroes respond.
Yeah.
When you come out of nowhere and you just find that triple stun, that's game-winning plays right there. It's just full out, just get them a free Roche and 3 kills with that opening. Beautiful stuff.
And that means Roche?
Yeah, I think the Aegis in this one is probably going on Skitter. You could put it on yeah, you could put it on Malrine, but I don't know. I mean, either option's good. I'm not going to speak against giving Storm Aegis.
Sure.
But Malrine hasn't really had any defensive problems. I think it's mainly Skitter getting killed by the Razor that's been more of a problem. So yeah, this will be one of the relatively rare occasions that you put the Aegis on another hero, but I think it makes perfect sense in this game with what we've seen unfold. Now Skitter can just go in with confidence and get linked by the Razor and not really give a crap. Just let him kill him once, doesn't matter. The Storm has been very safe the whole game, so he doesn't need the Aegis. He has a ton of mana regen, so he doesn't really need the mana from the respawn either. Now we're going to complete the Kaya Sanj as well.
Nisha gets his Ags. But this late into the game, don't know how impactful it'll be until he gets another damage item behind it, like the Basher.
Yeah.
Roll up. Nice reaction. Boots of Bearing done for snaking.
Another lovely aspect of Ench. I think this is kind of like an overlooked thing when we talk about how good this hero is, because the classic thing in Dota is to talk about Ench as a laning hero, right? You pick this hero to dominate the safe lane, and then you've done your job. But here's what Ench can do for you. Win your lane, tank Roche, heal your team, kill Tormentors almost solo, and give vision in fights. Yeah, all in one pick.
Being a moving wards in the enemy jungle because they can't kill you. Stun lands on Maureen. Oh, he's getting away, but Nisha's still going after him.
Holy, that was so close. That swashbuckle? He might find him anyway.
He might still
Another one so close.
Oh, it was right on the edge of the last swashbuckle. Doesn't hit either. Nisha dies, committing for the kill.
I think he was 50 range off on both of those.
Oh,
if one of them hits, he's dead. So because the first one misses, he feels like he has to chase it down, and then the second one just
Boxy. Surprise.
He might live.
Got off his ult, and there's
for now.
I mean, Skitter might just blink after him since he has Aegis.
He has to pierce the crest too.
Okay, yeah, he's out.
Man, that was honestly pretty damn unlucky for Nisha. Considering how they were setting that up. I said the Storm was a really tough kill and definitely has proven to be, but that was the one opportunity it felt like they were going to get. All right,
Peter now catches the Razor. He just completed his Satanic, but he won't have a chance to use it.
Oh, they know he doesn't have buyback. There's no way he has buyback plus Satanic in this game state, and they will be very confident to go high ground now. With Aegis, Skitter's in there.
That's probably 2 lanes?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, we'll see. Liquid may feel like they have to fight this to some degree.
Banner out. Oh, this is such a big wave, too.
Saberlight gets jumped. Snowball in a little bit late. Hits the Storm Spirit. Rolling Thunder is hitting the Storm Spirit.
That's
good.
They
got him. Amar in the middle with the Bloodstone. BKB Epicenter plants his flag and will try and fight this out. Almost killed Boxy. Does kill Boxy, but he loses his own life in the process. Skeeter is going to try and finish off Saberlight. Saberlight lives. Skeeter's getting stunned up underneath tower. He's going to lose his Aegis. They're going to heal and come back in. Falcons.
Wow.
They're not going to be able to get this. A TP coming out from Saberlight. He's going to chase after them. Blink away from crit. Shivas doesn't hit anything, doesn't reveal anything. They'll probably find the supports. Spot crit, a TP away from snaking. Crit's still making a run for it. Looks like he is gonna get out. Wow.
They got 0 racks.
Yeah,
just Malrine, a moment of vulnerability, and they just pounce on him. And I guess that was by choice by Falcons, right? They jumped the Timber, right?
Yeah, they jumped Timber.
And he's just too tanky, so they can't get through him. The counterplay from Liquid not only saves the Timber, but they connect on the Storm and 100-0 him in a stun lock. Damn, this game, I mean, obviously now the difference is starting to be really meaningful, but there's been 2 times now that Liquid have taken a good comeback fight. And this one was a 5v4 in their own base.
That one was also, I believe Maureen had Arcane Rune.
Oh, yeah.
Going into that fight. So, yeah, that was supposed to be a 6-6 situation, and it goes horribly, horribly wrong instead.
If they don't chain him there and he gets to play that fight, the game ends, probably.
Yeah.
So that was a flat-out game-saving move.
Hey, now you've got the Basher.
Yeah.
Big pickup.
I think there was a big item coming out from the Falcon side as well. Crit just got Ags on the snap. Wonder if he's just going to toss in Amar.
I mean,
Skater still doesn't have BKB, so I don't think he would appreciate being thrown into the enemy team. He doesn't want to just position himself next to Razor, right?
Yeah, I mean, since he has Blink Dagger, I assume he's going to use this as a save at least once.
Yeah. Or maybe they're just going to use the Gobble Up to get Dragon Knight out of Razor's Link.
Yeah.
And that's the sole purpose of the purchase. That could be it. Marine about to complete a Hex soon.
Hex and level 25.
Yeah. It's strong timing. See what Liquid want to do with this smoke. They're heading up toward top, hoping to find some sort of target. There's no Roach to be
spotted on a ward.
Oh, they broke
right here.
it. Nice reaction, though.
Quick blink in. Cookie doesn't make it up the hill. Omar hits an epicenter here on the back line. Now Snowball dodges some of the damage. He's gonna get chained up. Rolling Thunder, he finally gets off the BKB plus choke, but it's too late. The damage is already done, and Mickey's able to deliver the physical to finish it off.
A couple of mistakes here. Crit, I mean, great smoke break from Crit, and he tried to get out, but just barely doesn't cross the ledge with the Cookie. Perhaps using Ogre Seal Totem there would have been better, because he had that available as well. But regardless, Liquid find him, and then that Sankey initiation. It looked juicy from Amar, but he just didn't pop his BKB until he was at 25%.
Setting up on Saberlight. 3 heroes gonna gank him on this side of the map. Falcons never wants to cower inside of their base. When there is a numbers advantage for the enemy, they plan a pickoff, and they get just that.
That Storm Shard is so crazy to see in action still. That kill, that is such a tanky hero that they managed to kill that way. That is wild.
Gotcha.
If we get an Ags on Tusk against an Ags on Snapfire,
Yep.
you're gonna kick somebody in, and then Snapfire's gonna blink after him, gobble him up, shoot him back.
And then she's dead, because she just TP'd into, blinked into the entire enemy team. But if she accomplishes her goal, that's sometimes going to be the best play. That Tusk Axe is quite far away, though.
Yeah, it is.
I think it was missing about 3K, right? Yeah.
An awkward
Radiant's
moment
bottom tower
here
is under
for
attack.
Liquid, who had this little window to do something, but now they've lost their Timbersaw. The top lane is pushing in. They have to go back and deal with it. But they don't want to lose this side of the map, because Roshan is going to be on this Radiant side.
Yep.
So going back sucks, but it is something they have to do. Mickey gets caught by the Dragon Tail stun. Oh, Blink Snowball. Now, when he comes out of this one, he's going to pop his BKB and go for Skeeter. Immediately starts draining away that damage and trying to fight with the guy of the Storm. The Gobble goes out, but he's being chain-stanged up. He can't actually send the Dragon Knight away, but it looks like the damage is overwhelming as the BKB expires. Mickey dies pretty damn quickly underneath the Sand King effect. And now Nisha, who was in it to try and help them out with the Rolling Thunder stuns, he'll die as well. A 1-for-3 exchange. Big save there from Crit, even if he does get chain stunned, I guess.
Exactly. It kind of ends up working like a Pudge Shard in that situation, right?
Yep.
Sure, you don't heal the Dragon Knight when he's inside, but the Razor isn't dealing damage either. And you just outlast the Razor BKB, and Falcons clean him up nice and easy. There are multiple buybacks available here, and they will start planning something, Liquid.
Amar, he gets them to use 1 buyback. I mean, they're going to keep going, and they're going to get those buybacks out of you. It's just Liquid are trying to find an opening in which the buybacks are actually going to be useful to get kills and win the fight. Falcons not giving them that opening easy, though. Mickey finally says, okay, I have to use the buyback. They're not going to show us a moment of weakness. Just have to use it to try and hold.
Wonder what the discussion was between him and Nisha. It looks like Nisha was closing in on Lincoln, so
between the two of them.
It kind of sucks, because you would like that buyback to do something else than just make the enemy team disengage from your base. But the problem is Liquid don't have an obvious inherent way for their lineup to make a nice buyback play. Like, let's say they had a Dragon Tail. Then you could blink Dragon Tail buyback, and then you actually turn it into an aggressive move where you at least get kills. But there's just no such thing. The only stun they have is Pangol, he was dead, or Snowball from Tusk, and then you're just killing yourself. So not really any offensive options in that situation.
And on top of that, it feels like they have to smoke out, have to contest Roshan.
Yeah.
This fight is the final one for Liquid if they lose it.
Keep an eye out now for whether
Smoke's
Liquid...
gonna break. Snaking. He breaks it on the high ground. Rolling Thunder coming through. They're going after Snaking, alling in on him. Dragon Tail Scythe device being used, but look at the back line. The Tusk isn't able to make the save because Maureen is there with the Scythe, and there's the gobble up once again, taking in the Dragonite. Skeeter about half HP, but they're all clumped up, and they are doing big damage back in. Saberlight is the last core remaining. It's him and Boxy, and they're just not going to get it. Amar hits the two-man stun, a TP back from Boxy, and Saberlight tries to do the same. He will be denied that exit. Maureen will give him a swifter one back to the fountain.
Such a crucial Lincoln's pickup from Skitter. I was going to mention that, but the fight broke out too early. He just picked up Lincoln's. Try to keep an eye out for whether Mickey is aware of this. And obviously, you're jumping out of smoke. You're not going to have time to click Dragon Knight's inventory and see this, but he linked the Lincolns. So there was no static link the entire fight. That drain just went to waste. So he doesn't have the damage. This time around, the Snapfire save was a lot later, so that could have made a pretty big difference, but yeah, it's just not there. And this game is done and dusted. 5-on-2. Not sure why Liquid aren't GGing out. I'm not sure what kind of master plan they have here.
I don't know. But maybe it is with Amar diving the fountain a little bit, as he tends to do sometimes. Rolling Thunder has to go out. Okay, can't even get that off. GG is going to be called. And Liquid will get 2-0'd by Falcons.